What I'm doing feels legal. It isn't. If it was, I wouldn't be doing it, and certainly not on camera. But there's still something unsettling about walking across a real bridge. Playing Dumb Ways to Die as a kid kind of ingrained a deep fear of walking on or near train tracks. And some part of me still feels like at any second I'll have to jump out of the way as a train barrels towards me. Luckily, I don't have to be worried about that, as there hasn't been a train on these tracks for over 50 years. After it went out of service in 1972, it was abandoned for 30 years. At one point, it was supposed to be destroyed, but it wasn't. Instead, someone decided to spend 7 years and €6.5 million to save it. Let me tell you why that was a great decision. I'm on the Moerputtenbrug, a few kilometers away from s-Hertogenbosch station. It was part of the Langstraat spoorlijn, a line that ran from Lage Zwaluwe near Rotterdam to s-Hertogenbosch. It opened in stages between 1886 and 1890. When construction got to this section, they ran into a problem because, as you can see, we are in the middle of a bog. So to cross, they built this 600-meter long iron rail bridge. The route was built primarily to serve the massive leather and shoe industry of the Langstraat, which is what the region is called and what this route is named after. That industry is part of the reason the line was colloquially known as the Halve line, which translates to the half soles line. There are a few more funny reasons as well. Unfortunately, the line was slow, with up to 22 stops and only moving at about 30 kilometers per hour. Despite being built with mainline specs, they ran slow local trains. So slow, the joke was you'd wear out half your soles before you arrived, and might as well have walked. Second, halve also means something like fool or idiot. So the name half sole was the people's way of poking fun at the line. Quick aside, apparently the term halve originated from dock workers mishearing English sailors saying arsehole, which I find quite funny. Don't quote me on that though, I didn't really check if it was true. The nickname is actually quite fitting. As you can see, they were a bit ambitious and added more than enough room for a second track, which is why the bridge looks slightly off-center. It never carried enough cargo or passengers to justify doubling, so the rail that transported shoes or soles was only half finished, half sole. By 1950, they stopped the passenger service. Then in 1972, the last freight train went over the bridge. Slowly, town by town, they pulled the rails up until most of the line was gone. This bridge was left to rot, which is exactly what it did for the next 30 years. The old lead paint flaked off and leached into the water, poisoning the bog. By the 1980s, there were plans to demolish it. So, why didn't they? Well, there aren't many bridges like it left. 600 meters of riveted iron from the 1880s sitting on dozens of brick piers. Most bridges like it were modernized or destroyed. This one wasn't important enough to upgrade. By 1995, the bridge was made a national monument, which made demolishing it illegal. That created a problem for Staatsbosbeheer, the state forestry service, which had taken control of the bridge. The bog the bridge sits on is also a protected nature reserve, and the bridge was poisoning it. They couldn't legally tear it down anymore, but they also couldn't let it keep poisoning the water they were meant to protect. The only option was to fix it. It took a while to get started, but by 2004, they did. Over the next 7 years, they blasted 13 tons of old toxic paint from the ironwork and repainted the whole thing in its original color. They rebuilt the crumbling brick piers. The extra width that left the line half finished turned out to be quite helpful. They were able to slide the whole bridge sideways across the piers so they could reach the stonework underneath the iron. All in all, the restoration cost about €6.5 million. They added a walking path to the top and transformed it into a pedestrian crossing. They didn't spend all that time and money because the bridge was useful, but because it's a piece of history. Ironically, today it's pretty much as busy as it's ever been. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. And the surrounding area is stunning as well. These days, nobody crosses it because they need to get from one side to the other. They cross it because they want to, on foot, slowly wearing down their soles as they do, which means it has become exactly what the nickname made fun of. So worth it.
Train station platform, run across the track.